first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And, right away, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Allen now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, 76 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was a bet.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for 1,000 yards. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On first down, Allen hit. He lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Now Allen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Allen's pass intercepted by the Chargers. They'll take
when a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their... Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. First carry for the second-year running back. It's Devin Singletary. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Yeldon, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Justin Jones.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing is Allen on third. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
For the Bills field goal. A 51.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the foot. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Throwing on first down is Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen rolling to his right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Defense.
No. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So
Allen hit. He lost the football. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't. So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So, for the Chargers, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.